The message came at 2:13 a.m., and I woke to the vibration of my phone on the nightstand. "We don't trust you." No explanation. No context. Just 3 words that felt like a slap across my chest. I stared at the screen for a long minute, my mind spinning. My parents had never spoken to me like that. Not even when I'd made mistakes they'd considered unforgivable. The house was silent except for the faint hum of the refrigerator. I typed a single word back. "Understood." Then I went back to bed, my chest tight, stomach churning, wondering if I had dreamed the message. For the next 2 days, life continued, but everything felt off. My partner was distant, distracted. Phones were left face down. Calls went unanswered. Small excuses became rehearsed explanations. My parents, usually warm and involved, began acting strange, passing vague comments about responsibility and expectations that felt pointed, directed at me. I questioned myself constantly. Had I done something terrible and forgotten? Was I misreading everything? My brain searched for rational explanations, replaying every conversation, every moment, every expression. Maybe I'd upset them without realizing it. Maybe I'd missed something obvious. But the gut feeling, the one I tried to ignore, refused to let go. It wasn't until that evening, folding laundry in silence, that I noticed it. A notification peeking from my partner's phone. A shared calendar event titled "Dinner with Karen" at a restaurant I didn't recognize. Karen. That name shouldn't have caused alarm. She was a colleague, supposedly a friend. But why hide it? Why not mention dinner? My stomach sank. The questions I had pushed aside began to scream. The next day a pattern emerged. Small things. A lingering perfume that wasn't hers. A coffee cup in the sink that she swore wasn't hers. An open browser tab on my laptop with messages logged in from a stranger's account. I started keeping quiet, observing. Watching. My parents' cryptic texts started to make a perverse kind of sense. They had sensed something and I had been blind. By late evening, everything clicked into place. While my partner thought I was asleep, I read a thread on her laptop. A sequence of messages that laid everything bare. Dates, excuses, laughter, secrets shared at my expense. My chest felt like it was being crushed. Every memory I'd held onto, every laugh, every tender moment, was now tinged with betrayal. And just like that, I understood why my parents had sent that text. Their intuition, years of knowing me and knowing her, had seen what I refused to see. I didn't act immediately. I wanted the truth to emerge naturally, to confront it not out of anger but clarity. That night my parents called. Their voices were tense, hurried, nervous, a sharp contrast to their usual calm. "We think you deserve to know everything," my mom said, words trembling. "We saw the messages. We didn't want you to find out the wrong way." I let the silence hang. I didn't speak. I could hear them panic, shifting in their chairs as if I were about to lash out. But I didn't. I was quiet, steady, letting the weight of their panic mirror the devastation I had carried alone for 2 days. Later, when I confronted her, it wasn't a yell. It wasn't a dramatic scene. I laid the evidence in front of her, each message a mirror of my heartbreak. She tried to explain, to justify, to excuse, claiming loneliness, stress, misunderstanding, but every word only confirmed what I already knew. I remember sitting across from her, the city lights cutting through the blinds, and saying something I never thought I could. "I loved you. I trusted you." And still I stayed silent when I saw the signs because I wanted to believe in us. But I can't live in a life where silence masks betrayal. She broke down, finally showing guilt and remorse, not enough to undo what happened, but enough to acknowledge it. And for the first time in years, I felt a strange mix of relief and grief. Relief that I wasn't imagining it. Grief that the life I thought I had was gone. The next morning I called my parents. I didn't need to ask what their text meant anymore. I simply said, "Thank you." They hesitated. Then, "We just wanted you to be safe." It wasn't about revenge. It wasn't about punishing her or proving my parents right. It was about reclaiming myself. Slowly, quietly, I began to rebuild boundaries, routines, moments of peace. The betrayal remained, sharp like glass under my skin, but it also carved a space where self-respect could grow. 2 days after that first ominous text, they panicked. And I realized something profound. The panic wasn't my problem anymore. It was a consequence of the truth they tried to hide from me. And for the first time in a long while I felt free. Because silence had been my weapon, not to destroy, but to protect myself until I could see clearly. And now I could. I would never forget the sting. But I would never doubt my own instincts again. Sometimes strength isn't loud. Sometimes it's quiet, patient, and unshakable. And in the echo of that first text I found it.